who's the greatest out of those three, would you say?
I think it will boil down to a numbers game, and as I said, I think Nadal is the greatest right now because he's got 22 slams. Who do I think will end up with the most? I would say Djokovic. So I think that's the beauty of it. We're very fortunate to have had them in the sport. They're not going to be around forever, and I think it's really important that all of us enjoy them while we can.
Certainly hope so. And see him finishing on that number?
No, I mean I don't think he's going to get 30, but certainly when you think about the Grand Slam race on the men's side, I think he is the favourite to end up with the most, and you've got Nadal at 22 and Djokovic, closing the gap to 21 with a Wimbledon title. So he still looks incredibly fit, doesn't seem to have some of the injury concerns that the other players have, and he still obviously has that hunger and desire and motivation to keep going. So if I had to sort of say who I thought would end up with the most Grand Slams on the men's side, I would definitely say Djokovic.
Brilliant. Your memories of that extraordinary moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and it was obviously he'd lost in 4 Grand Slam finals before that, so it was really working so hard to try and get over the line, and for him to be in the final against Djokovic and was up 2 sets to love. Djokovic got back to 2 sets all, and then it just boils down to 1 set. I think it showed Murray's not only his amazing ability, but I think his mental strength and his belief to finally get that slam under his belt, and then he was obviously able to go on and build from it. And I think those experiences are what really motivates him. With the hip injury he's had, he's been out of the game for a large part of the last 5 years, but now he's seems like he's got that fitness back and building with the tournament play and getting his ranking moving in the right direction. So from what I've seen, there's no doubt that I think he can get back into the top 30, top 20 in the game, and definitely look to have a deep run in a Grand Slam again.
As a fan of his, I think as well.
And I think you have to reflect on the era that he's played in, the competition that he's been up against. When you think of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, they've won 63 slams between them. I think it's phenomenal effort that Murray was able to win 3 slams, 2 Olympic golds and the Olympics. So phenomenal career. But I'd like to think there's still more that he can achieve in the next few years.
I certainly hope so. His legacy when he does finally.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the all-time greats. That's for sure. And the way that he, the way that he played, his style, I think the way that he behaved and the way that he conducted himself, I think he's one of the great ambassadors in all of sport. So I'd love to see him back at Wimbledon one last time. Obviously, he's had difficult time with the knee surgeries, and obviously the last time that he played here on centre court was a pretty tough loss. So it'd be great to see him back at Wimbledon one more time.
Couldn't agree more. Someone who did well at Wimbledon this year also is Novak Djokovic. I remember speaking to his coach last year, and he was talking about Djoko won't retire by 2 years.
Yeah, I thought Nadal's performance in Australia was one of the most incredible performances because he hadn't played for 6 months, hadn't really had any tournament match practice, and then to go into the Australian Open, play as well as he did, and then to have the match against Medvedev in the final, to be down 2 sets and a break, and still have the belief and the and the energy to turn it around. It was one of the most amazing performances I've seen.
It's quite extraordinary. In general, where it's moving.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic, and as you say, I think those two, Alcaraz and Sinner, are really standing out of the younger generation coming through. They've already had some great battles, and what Alcaraz has achieved this year, winning I think it's 4 titles and 2 Masters 1000s, the first in Miami and then winning in Madrid. I think looks like Sinner's really upped his game recently. So I definitely think they are the future of men's tennis, and again that will be exciting to watch.
Will be an exciting watch. Now, Tim, I'm sure you agree with me.